Let's talk about PPC campaign management. You know, pay-per-click advertising, it can really feel like a gamble sometimes, right? You're pouring money in, but are you actually getting real solid growth out of it? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly what PPC campaign management is, and more importantly, how to make sure your ad spend is a smart investment, not just another expense.
So let's just start with the question that I'm pretty sure keeps a lot of us up at night. Are you just wasting money on your ads? It's a totally common fear, that your budget is just vanishing into some kind of digital black hole. And honestly, there's a good reason to be worried about that.
Because we are talking about billions of dollars, with a B. That's how much is poured into paid media every single year. And when the stakes are that high, you can bet the line between a campaign that crushes it and one that's just burning cash is, well, it's incredibly thin. So the big question is, how do you make sure you're on the right side of that line? Well, it all boils down to this one core idea: shifting your mindset. You've got to stop seeing your advertising as a cost and start treating it like a powerful engine for growth. Think of it like this. There are really two paths you can go down. On one path, you've got unmanaged PPC, and that just feels like a cost center, right? You're spending money, but the ROI is fuzzy at best. But with proper management, it becomes this amazing, data-driven growth engine. You're not just kind of placing ads and hoping for the best anymore. No, you're making smart, strategic decisions that lead to profitable, predictable results. And that's exactly why PPC campaign management is so much more than just tweaking a few bids here and there. It's a whole process. It's this perfect blend of strategy, deep dive analysis, and even some creative thinking. And it's all laser focused on hitting a real business goal. And to do that right, you absolutely need a blueprint. You need a solid foundation built on some clear, core components that guide every single decision you make. So, what does that blueprint actually look like? Okay, these 4 pillars right here, they're the absolute bedrock of any great PPC program. It all starts with a solid strategy. You've got to know your business goal. From there, that strategy tells you how to build your account architecture, which keeps everything neat and organized. Then you get into keyword management, grouping them by what the user is actually trying to do. And finally, you optimize your bidding based on cold, hard performance data. Seriously, if you mess up just one of these steps, the whole thing can get pretty wobbly. Each one builds directly on the last. But hey, a great blueprint is pretty useless if you don't actually, build the house. And this is where the real ongoing management comes into play. It's all about finding that consistent rhythm of optimization that brings your whole strategy to life. Yeah, this is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. Effective management is all about a continuous rhythm. Daily, you're diving into the details, watching your spending, finding new keywords. Weekly, you're testing new ad copy, maybe shifting your budget to the campaigns that are really working. And then monthly, you're zooming out, looking at the big picture, spotting trends, and planning your next move. Okay, so once you've got the fundamentals down, and you found that solid rhythm, then you can start pulling some of the more advanced levers to really maximize your performance. This is where you really go from good to great. You start integrating PPC with your SEO and social media for a totally unified strategy. You use automation and scripts to handle the boring, routine tasks, which frees you up to think bigger. You start running disciplined A/B tests on everything: your ads, your landing pages, and maybe most importantly, you analyze true profitability, looking way beyond just simple clicks or conversions. And a huge piece of this is mastering one of the most important and maybe misunderstood metrics out there: quality score. Just think of it like Google's report card for your ad. It's grading you on how relevant your ads, keywords, and landing pages are. A higher score? That directly leads to lower ad costs and better ad positions. It is a massive lever for efficiency. So where is this all headed? I mean, the landscape is changing so fast, and it's all being driven by some really powerful new tech. The future, it seems, is all about a partnership between human smarts and machine intelligence. We're already deep in it, right? We've got AI-powered bidding, we're seeing machine-generated ad creative, and of course there's the huge shift toward privacy-first targeting. What this all means is that the role of the campaign manager is evolving. You're shifting from being a hands-on operator, pulling all the levers yourself, to becoming more of a strategic overseer of the entire system. And that brings us to what might be the most important point of all. Technology is an absolutely incredible tool, but it cannot replace human insight. True success, now and in the future of PPC, is going to come from blending that powerful automation with sharp, business-focused human strategy. Because at the end of the day, all the clicks, the keywords, the quality scores, they're just the means to an end. The real goal, the whole point of expert PPC management, is to turn advertising from a simple line item on a budget into an engine for measurable, predictable, and long-term business growth.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own campaigns. Take a hard look and ask yourself, are you just buying clicks, or are you building a true, sustainable engine for growth?